State versus Johnny Collins, 16-92. Possession of paraphernalia, controlled substances. I've appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Not real good. Which one do I?
Okay, I've appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Mr. Cooper, Mark Cooper, standing here at the podium. He's with that office, and on this day, he'll represent you.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. It doesn't appear he's been arraigned.
Your Honor, we would enter a plea of not guilty to all charges and waive formal arraignment reading of the charges.
Okay, we'll enter that plea of not guilty. This case is before Judge Webb, and his next time here looks like April 28th. I'll set him to reappear on April 28th.
Is there any way I can get the parole hold lifted?
Well, I don't have any authority over that. That's with the State Department of Corrections if you got a parole hold.
Yeah.
So you'd have to deal with someone from that agency.
Can my attorney do that, or get a hold of it?
He's representing you on the state court charges, the new charges. You can talk with him about that, but you're not even entitled to a lawyer on most parole revocations, so he probably, I don't know that he can represent you on a parole.
We don't, Your Honor.
Okay. I don't think he's allowed to by his employer, but he could probably give you some general guidance.
Okay. Can he come and talk to me sometime?
Yeah, he'll be over to see you.
Okay.
Thank you. State versus Brett Reid, 16-79. Domestic battery is the allegation. Are you employed, sir?
No.
Okay. I've appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you. It looks like he's been arraigned. Is that correct?
Your Honor, obviously he's brand new to our office, but I would guess he was arraigned in front of Judge Webb, and he's only here today to be put on a scheduling order.
That's correct. Yeah, looks like he was arraigned by Judge Laser on March 17th. Okay. When will his next appearance be, Uni? July 14th at 10 o'clock is his next appearance. Anything else, sir?
No, Your Honor, I would just tell Mr. Reid he is one of my clients. I'll go over to the jail and see him.
Okay. That'll be all. Thank you, sir. State versus Duane Munden, 16-77, which is battery, breaking or entering, and theft. And he also has 1673, which we'll get to. I have appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Is there anything we need to do on this day?
Your Honor, I think his situation would be the same as the previous gentleman. He's here for a scheduling order, I believe.
Okay, let me look at 1673.
They revoked my bond, sir.
Say it again.
They revoked my bond.
Okay.
Get it reinstated. I've got a daughter that I pay child support on, and she's got a rare blood disease, and I'm trying to get where I can pay my child support and do my taxes on that.
Okay. Possession of firearms for certain persons is a charge in 1673. What's the state's recommendation on the bond?
The state's recommendation is $25,000.
We'll set the bond at $25,000.
Sir, I already bonded on that once.
Okay, but your bond was revoked, was it not?
Yeah.
Okay, when that does away with the bond.
That does away with the bond.
Yes, sir.
So is there any way to get it reduced? I mean, that's a.
I'll tell you what, I'll let your lawyer talk with the prosecutor about it, and if they can work something out, I'll review it. That's all we can do right now, though. State versus Tabatha Northern, 16-30, which is delivering controlled substances near certain facilities, unlawful use of a communication device. She also has 15-189.
I think Ms. Northern has been rearrested. There has been a plea offer made that is not going to be accepted at this time by Ms. Northern. Your Honor, the only issue that I'm aware of, we spoke yesterday, is I believe that her bond is set at $5,000.
Plus an ankle monitor. That was done on February the 11th, Judge, by you.
That's correct.
Anything else we need to do?
Your Honor, Ms. Northern has a residence that she can go and live with her mother's residence. It's a permanent residence. I know that it is not a criteria for the court that she's not been able to make bond, but she's not been able to make the $5,000 bond.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll reduce it to $2,500 plus.
That's more than fair, Your Honor. Thank you. Tabatha, your bond's at $2,500 plus an ankle monitor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State versus Henry Nelson, 16-25. It's like it's a drug case. Possession of firearms for certain persons, hindering apprehension or prosecution.
Your Honor, Mr. Nielsen and I have spoke recently at the jail. There are items that he and I have talked about that I need to speak with Mr. Chisholm about. There's no action to be taken today, Judge.
Very well. We'll leave it as scheduled. Thank you, sir. State versus Christopher McDaniel, 15-339. Criminal mischief and impairing the operations of a vital public facility. It appears this is a plea deadline. Is there anything to be done on this day?
Your Honor, that is Mr. Bayless's case. I'm not aware of any action that needs to be taken today.
Very well. We'll leave it April 13th jury trial.
Your Honor, I think that's been transferred to divisional.
Oh, has it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me see when it's set for trial then, if I can.
April 28th.
April 28th is next.